Next one is the pie and doughnut chart. So I believe all of you must have used the pie charts, right? Even sixth standard, or as part of math, we learned, what is pie chart, all the thing. So to display or showcase the part-to-whole relationship, we can use pie chart. And the pie chart shows the proportion of categories that make up the whole. Okay. So here you can see, this is called your wedges, right? Slices. This is called wedges or slices. These things are called your slices. So instead of using pie chart, nowadays, most of them, they use the Doughnut chart. So it looks like the donut. In USA, we use, the snack, right? There is a snack called donut. Since it looks like a donut, they named it as a Doughnut chart. Only difference is, there is not much difference between these two. Only differences in the middle. You can see a space here, okay? In the case of Doughnut chart. Hence, you can display the chart title in the middle or so, okay? So that it is more space efficient. But you need to remember these things when it comes to pie chart or donut. The sum of the donut chart values, donut or pie chart values, should add up to 100%. And too many categories make it difficult to read and interpret. If you have too many categories are there in your categorical column, then don't go for these type of visuals. Okay. So this basically to compare a particular section to the whole, like stacked chart. Even in the case of pie charts, if you wanted to compare the part to the whole, then you can go for pie charts. Okay. I'll just go to the Power BI desktop and I'll show you how to use the pie chart and download chart. It's a very simple one. Simply you have the pie chart here. I just click on it here. Let's say, instead of using category all the time, I just drop the segment. The segment column also has only few categories are there. So in that case, the pie chart is really helpful, right? For example, instead of using, let's say, in the look at here on the left side. So I have selected the visual on the left side. You see the field like legend, values, and these are the things. So instead of segment, I'm going to use the country column here. So it will be very cluttered, very difficult to make out. The country column is also a categorical column. It has more countries or more categorical column. Very difficult to. There are some slices or the wedges, if you see, so thinny here. Very difficult to make sense, right? It's too skinny. Majority of the countries, right here, very difficult to make out. Look here, this one. Only when you hover the cursor, you can see, but still it is not that clear. Okay, hence, whether it's a pie chart or donut chart, make sure that the categories are, less, right? If you have more number of categories are there in the categorical column, then this is not the best choice for you to use this chart. Okay. If you have less number of categories, not only three, right? If you have 5 or 6 or 8, right? That is reasonable. If you have more than 8 or 10, it is too cluttered, very difficult to make sense. Again, you can go here and you can see the slices. You can change the colors, everything, the format, visual, the legend, right? So likewise, you have different options, the effects also there. And then you can enable the background if you want it, or if you can disable this visual border if you want, you can enable it. Explore all these properties is very simple one, right? So already I taught you how to explore these things. The slices, colors, and data labels and rotation. Look here, you have rotation option is also available. When you expand the rotation, you can just rotate this one also. See, by default, right, so the biggest value will get displayed on the right side. Look here, this is the default one. Biggest of the pie, right? The biggest pie or the slice or wedge will get displayed on the right side. The next highest one, you can see that the other one, you can see there. So with pie chart, you can, if you want to check the market share, you can use pie chart. Okay. What is my market share compared to my competitor, right? So for that kind of thing, you can use it. So I just copy and paste it, Control C and Control V. Now I just go and click on the Doughnut chart. That's all, right? The same visual, I just copy pasted it, Control C, Control V. And then I selected this visual and I clicked on the Doughnut chart. Now my Doughnut chart is ready. Now we will go and explore what other features are available here, right? So detail labels, you can see it here. I just expand this now. So when you expand the labels, you can see the position outside. Yeah, the same thing is available here also. Okay, and you can put the labels inside this one. Okay, so that will be more space efficient. And yeah, or you can keep it outside. Prefer inside. Okay, prefer inside. Inside, outside, right? So you can keep it like this. And the next one is the values. Fonts, right? Font size and colors, you can give it same as the rotation that is available here also. That's all, not much, okay? And then you can go to the, this one, the title is on by default. And if you scroll down here, yeah, spacing, you can see that even this one is not much, okay? Properties, you can increase the size and all height or everything. You can just, but right, so that you can resize it by doing like this. So when you resize it, automatically the height is getting changed. The width also it will get changed. No, that's all, guys. Okay. The title, font size, everything you can change it. See the font size and the colors also, right? The customers will tell you. Okay. But some cases, right? We are the one supposed to propose to the customers. So anyhow in your team, you have some architect guys, BA intelligence or reporting guys. They'll be putting it, mentioning to everything the design document. Hence, you don't have to worry about that. Okay. And the next one is, yeah, now we understood what is the pie chart and donut chart. The difference is in the middle of the donut chart, you will see the blank space here. That's all. Okay. And otherwise, both of them are helpful in terms of displaying or showcasing the part to whole relationship. Okay. So, and if you see, if you hover the cursor here, right, you can see the value along with the percentage also 39.9 and here 34, almost 40, and here the 35, 75 plus 25, almost 100. And when you sum up all these things, right, percentages, it should be 100%. It will not be more than 100%. 40 and 35, 75, sorry, 65, sorry, 40 and 35. Okay, 75 and all right, 100, right? It's almost 100. The percentage, if you say, along with the percentage, the value also getting displayed here. Okay, that is the difference. But when not to use, if you have more number of categories are there in your category column, don't use pie chart or donut chart. Okay, I just duplicate this one. Okay, and the next one is, so when not to use pie or to make comparison between groups. If you want to make comparison between groups, which chart you will be using it? Definitely they'll ask you in the interview. If you want to compare the categories or groups, if you want to compare, across the categories or groups, which chart you will be using it? We don't use pie chart. Which chart we'll be using it? Very first session we discussed. Yes, you are correct, right? Very good. So you can use the column chart or something like that. Okay. So here we can see appliances itself 3 different years we plotted. So here 2011, what is the sales? 2012, 2013. Across the groups, we can compare it here. Whereas when it comes to pie chart, we are not comparing this category, this category, this category, this category. We are comparing part to the whole. So the total thing is 100%. Out of the 100%, how much percentage contribution was from this category? How much contribution from this category out of the 100%? How much contribution from this category out of the 100%? So part to whole, you are comparing it. But here, you can compare the groups or the categories side by side in the clustered column chart. Definitely in the interview will ask, how many people correctly answered? Yeah, 6 people answered it correctly. Rest of them no response. Why? So, and also too many skinny slices, very hard to, this is the, disadvantage with the pie chart. If you have too many skinny slices, right? So, okay, so in that kind of situation also, it is not helpful. And if you want to compare the groups across the groups, right, performance, you can go for this kind of chart. And the tip, the colors, what kind of colors you can use it, right? So you can use the light color, right? Bright color to this color you can use it. Okay, don't use too bright color, too light color also. Okay, so labeling, yeah, always specify the labeling and group similar categories. Sometimes, right? I have more number of categories are there. This is an interesting point. More categories are there. But if I use pie chart, I know it is going to mess up because it will display all the values. All the values will get cluttered if you have more number of categories. I have showed you with country. When I drop the country, what happened in the pie chart or donut chart? You could see so many skinny slices. And what you do is you group all the the categories. If you have more number of categories, group some categories under others. For example, you do business predominantly in India, and also you do business in Australia and a lot of other smaller countries, right? So you wanted to understand only in what is your prime location, how much sales you made in India and Australia, and you are doing your primary business locations that one. So other locations, small places, you group everything into others category. So that way you can overcome these kind of limitations. Okay. Somebody asked you questions, right? I have a categorical variable. So wherein I have more number of categories are there, but my management wants me to use only pie or donut chart. So what can I do? So this is the option. So what you do is you make sure that out of all the categories, which categories are very much important, highly important, which categories you think you can group it together under others. So that way you can reduce the number of categories. Next one is the tree map. Tree map displays the hierarchical data. So again, with tree map, you can create the nested rectangles. Like pie chart, even tree map shows the part to whole relationship. Okay, and also right, if you want to display the hierarchical data, then you can go for tree maps. And if you have more number of categories, like I told you a while back, in your category, you have more number of categories. So in that case, if I use the pie chart, it's not good. Anyhow, I have given you an option to overcome that. But still, if you want to see everything, right? All the categories I want to see, no compromise. I don't want to use others and all. So then you can go for tree maps. And apart from the displaying the data hierarchy, it also helps you to display the part to whole relationship. So when to use to elaborate proportional parts and complete table to display large amount of hierarchical data. So when your pie chart is not effective, that kind of situation, you can go for tree maps. Like I said, the pie chart as a limitation. If you have more number of categories, it will get cluttered everything. So in that kind of situation, you can go for the tree map. Okay. So look here, this is what the tree map. I just click on it. I just resize it here. What I do is I just drop the category here and then I just drop the sales here. So we can see that, the biggest rectangle shows us the highest contribution of the revenue came from technology. Okay. And next highest contribution with respect to revenue came from furniture and office supply. This is what we can say. If you resize it, you can see something like this, right? So the highest value will get displayed on the extreme left side. Okay, the values will get displayed in the descending order. The highest value will get displayed, in the extreme left side. And the lowest value will get displayed at the extreme right side. Okay, the lowest extreme right side. Okay. Now what I do is, so this is the rectangle. We can see the rectangle. And the nested rectangle, is it possible? Yes, that is also possible. What I do is I just drop the region column here. You can see that, within this technology category, in each region, how much sales we made. This one gives you a quick insight. So with this, we can make out quickly the technology category contribution is more compared to other categories. The second highest contribution came from furniture category. Third one is office supplies. But within each category, which region's contribution is more? Technology is great, number one. Within this, which region's contribution is number one? Central. With the size itself, we can make out, isn't it? And other beauty of this one is, look here, I just if you minimize it, right, still you should be able to make out. You will be able to. So now what I do is I just put some value. Yeah, sales is already there, right? Okay, cool. The sales, everything is there. So look here, even if I minimize it, unlike the pie chart, it is not cluttered, right? But here the values are not displayed, but still the smallest one is also still visible, right? Still visible. It is discriminating, right? So this one, this region to this region, it is discriminating very clearly here, even if you resize it. But whereas in the pie chart, the same, the values, if you put it in the axis, right, it is too cluttered. Very difficult to make sense there. And here, the other thing is like, for example, if I drop other things like here one second. Here I put the category and two text columns, right? Next one is, let me just do one thing. I will put the country also here. Let's see what happens. The moment when I dropped additional categorical column country here, you can see that the drill down and drill up, everything got enabled, this icon. Okay. So you can do drill down, drill up, everything. Okay. So uh, so you can do the drill up also here. So this is expand all down one level in the hierarchy. We go to the next level in the hierarchy. This is the drill mode. Okay, the drill mode, and this is your drill up. If you want to drill down, what will happen is from the category to country level it shows. Okay, the category level, sorry, category and country and region, right? So each category, the region, and then the country also it shows. Drill down, drill up, everything is possible. Okay. And if you think, this is, not much helpful, then you can go one level down. Sir, it shows only the country-wise, right? Country-wise, region-wise sales it shows. In United States, which region contributes more? And in France, central region, China, Germany, all the things we can do. In the United Kingdom, yeah, Australia, central region, and Australia, EMEA region. There are two regions are there. Even though, right, the rectangle are smaller, still it is visible. Look here, these are still visible. Whereas if you use the same chart, same columns in your pie chart, what will happen? It get messed up, right? So drill down, drill up is possible in the tree map, and you can display the hierarchical data, and you can have the nested rectangles. So inside a rectangle, you have nested rectangle, mean multiple rectangles. Okay, inside a bigger rectangle, you have multiple rectangles. This is called nested rectangle. A rectangle inside rectangles. Okay, rectangles inside a rectangle. Okay. So, and again, you can go and format it here. That's what the for title, everything already, right? That I already explained to. The next one is the heat map. Heat map is also called the custom visual. The heat map, you can create it with your matrix data itself. Okay. So what is the difference between tree map and heat map? Heat map will show the density of data on your map. Okay. The density, look at the thicker the one, right? Thicker one. Can you see it here on the right side? The thicker the one tells you, gives you an idea. Okay. This is where most of the sales happen. Most of the sales values or the data values are concentrated here. So here, rest of them got scattered here. Okay. So the heat map uses Bing Maps, the REST services, and you can animate it over time. It shows the relationship between two variables. That's the whole idea of, heat map. Shows the relationship between two variables. The tree map, you can use it to show the part-to-whole relationship. And also, if you want to display the hierarchical data, you can use the tree map. Whereas heat map, it shows the density of the data, in which location the data are cluttered so closer, right? Clustered, so closer. Okay. And also it helps you to show the relationship between two variables. So I just go here, and then next I just use the matrix visual for that. You don't have to use any of before using the matrix visual. So one second, I'll just delete it. So you have something like here, we don't have the heat map is available. That visual is not, you can see the three dots here. Can you all see the three dots? You can click on the three dots here. Get more visuals. Click on the get more visuals. It will take you to the gallery here. Okay. And I don't know if I have access to that. And I think my ID got expired. Let me give it a try. It will ask the password. Hmm. To I don't know if I have access. Let me see. If you wanted to use the custom visuals, right? You can connect it here. This is the interview. They'll ask you, apart from the visuals that are available, they'll ask you which chart you will be using it when, which visuals that you use it when. To show the part whole region, you can use pie chart. You can, you can volunteer. If they ask you when to use what charts, right? That's all. They have given you opportunity, you dominate them, okay? The time of interview. So there are different techniques to crack the interview, okay? The interview, they'll ask you one question. If you answer, if you answer in one liner, then the chances are more that they can grill you with different questions. For example, if they ask me, can you tell me what type of chart when you can use it? So I just, I start with something like this. For example, we have used the pie and donut chart, but with pie and donut chart, we are able to, yeah, with the pie and donut chart, we were able to show the part-whole relationship. But unfortunately, when we used the category column that have too many categories in it, it got cluttered. And what we did, we spoke to the customer, and then we have identified which categories are that needs to be highlighted and which categories that they think are so insignificant. Those things we have grouped them together under others category. That way, but there are some cases the same customer, they wanted us to see everything, all the categories they want to see it. But when we use the pie chart, likewise, right? If you start talk like this, my interview duration is going to be 1 hour. You are going to consume, almost 20 minutes or 50 minutes of his time. Okay. So he is left with only remaining 45 minutes time. So the number of questions will get reduced. Okay. Look here, the search here. You just go here and type the heat map. So this is called the gallery, Microsoft App Source Gallery. And here, but you need to have access to this one. You can use your official email ID and sign up for this. Okay. And heat map, I just typed it. I did not type the entire name, but I can see the moment when I type the heat map, so I can see there's so many, heat map related charts, right? So the table heat map and heat map, all the things. And I just select the heat map. This one, when I click on it, it will get loaded. You need to wait for some time. Look here. So the beauty of this one is the gallery map is you can see the download sample also. You click on this, you have, the Power BI report file, right, will get downloaded. So there they have used everything, okay? That is one way of speeding up your learning when it comes to the custom visuals. These are called custom visuals, okay, heat map and also whatever you see it in the gallery. So this is called gallery, right? So, okay, I just add it to my Power BI desktop. I just clicked on it. You can see that it's already there. I just click on update. Look here, now it got added. Import successful, it got imported. So I can see that the heat map visual got. So I just click on it. This is a map, okay? I just maximize it. And then always you remember one thing very clearly. Once you click on the visual and when it gets dropped here, immediately look at the fields. What are the fields that are available? Latitude, longitude, value, and location ID. So just, trial and error. You just drop and drag and drop country here. And then you just go here, the data values and value here. It is the values, obviously the data value, right? Sales. You can drop it here, the group, and sorry, it went into group instead of value. You have the value field. In the value field, make sure that you're dropping the value here and geocoding. It is taking some time. Look here and add data of the group. Group is something like, the category or something like that. You can put it here. And then just resize it. And to understand it, always maximize it. And then see, in India, the sale is happened. But in, where the sales is more, right? You can see that the darker blue is there inside the blue. On the right, the darker blue is surrounded by lighter blue circle. That means, a lot of sales happen here only. So now you understood what exactly the density map is all about. It shows the density, right? So India sales has happened fine, but in where the sales is more, the darker the color tells us that is where more sales happen. Majority of them they purchased here, and here the outside light color they purchased not many people, or the sales is not that good. Okay, but here the more sales happen. That is what we can make out here. That it show the density. The density itself tells us, okay, this is to look at the two dark blue, right? That tells us this is where most of the people they bought it. Okay, and that is what you can make out here. And next one is the latitude, longitude. We don't have any fields for that. And category, and here the category is, wait, if I hover the cursor, but the problem is, right, it is not showing, even the tooltip is not available here. Okay. So this is one heat map. If you want, you can use this one. The other one is you can create you can tailor make the heat map. For example, I'm going to click on the matrix visual. And here, basically, the whole idea of this one is the heat map is you want to show the density. By looking at the chart, right, where the density, which color is having more density, that is the where, the sale is more, something like that, okay? And here, I just dropped where is the date dimension? I just dropped the month here. So not month name, month prefix, sorry. Just month prefix, month name, Jan, Feb, or something like that. Okay. January, February, that's all. And the next one is I just drop the sales here. Okay, here I just specify the region. Okay, I just put the region here. So that's all, guys. And January, Africa region, Canada region, right? Each region, what are the sales we made, each month, right? So this has 5 years of data or 4 years of data. It gives me the aggregated, summarized sales in each country by month, each location or region by month. Okay, so now I just increase the font size. We have done it. And then, the cell elements feature. You can go here, the cell elements. You can go and specify the background color, right? You can enable the background color. And then you can use the formula here. You can see that 13,000, 1 lakh 27, maximum 1 lakh 70 is there, right? Okay. So what I do is I just go and rules. Okay, this is very important, guys. Already explained to you as part of matrix visual and the sum of values and all the things, right? Here you can specify 0 to the number. I just specify the value here. So if the sales values 0 or more than 0 and less than, let's 40,000. I say it is a red color. Red color, and then new rule, click on the new rule, and I just put the 40,000 here, and greater than or 40,000 and above, and less than, let's here I just put 80,000, right? If anything falls in this range, I just say the amber color. Click on the more color, and here you need to, this is called color palette. Sorry, not this one, even the first one, right? So when you click on this one, right, this is called your color palette. And you can click on it, you can see the color palette also here. And this is where you can do some kind of, you can select your own custom color. Let's this is my amber color, and I'm going to select this one. And here I just put copy paste this one, anything 80,000 and above. Okay, let's I'm going to say some big number. Okay, so all these things, make sure that you convert it, make it as a number. And if it is a percentage, you can use percentage. And you can use green. Now OK button is enabled. I just hit OK. So here, which one is so dense here? The amber color, right? Actually, it's not. It's kind of amber color, right? It's in a yellow color. You can see more yellow color is there, and less red color is there, and the green color is also relatively good, right? It's not much, but predominantly what we see is we can see that the amber color is more here. So that means, right, we are not in the extremes, both extremes. We are not in a very bad situation, or we are not in a very great situation. Kind of, we are good, right? So this is your kind of heat map. Here, what I do is I'm going to disable all these values. So you can go here and subtotals, you can disable it. You don't need subtotals. All you need is you want to see the column subtotals also, you don't need it. You can toggle this to off. Okay, and next one is I just go to the cell elements here, and then the font color, I just change it here. So here I just check the formulas, 40,000, 80,000. That's all right. I just enable the font color. And here I just click on the formula here. I just select the rules. And then here 40,000, right? The same thing, 40,000. You put red. What will happen is the fonts will not, the data will not be appearing it. Okay, we are hiding it smartly with the same colors. Okay, here 40,000 and above, and here 80,000. Between this range is called your amber color. It's already there. I just select that one. I am going to add new rule, and this time 80,000 and above. I just make it a 5, some big number. All the things number. Okay, and here I just make it green. The background color is also green, and the font color is also green. What will happen? The values will not be displayed. Yeah, now if you see here, right, the green color, on top of the green color, the values are not visible, right? Only the amber color has some issues. You can adjust the color, okay? I just go and check, this color here, background color. I just click on it here, and more colors. If I see this color, right, the color code I just, because both the background color and the font color was not blending, not having the same color. I just go here, more colors, F4, F7, 5A. Instead, I'm going to use this one, and then press it, and then hit OK. Now you can see that only the density, this is called density. We are very particular with the density, where the density is more. Now, after hiding that, the values, we can see that, no, okay, you might be asking this question, right? So, okay, we have something called data labels. So values, okay, let me see that labels is instead of, doing all the things. Okay, so here in this case, you can make out very clearly, right? With this, we can see that now after hiding the font, font color for the text, the numbers, right? Values. Now we got very good idea. So we can see both the blue and more blue and sorry green, more green and amber color. You can see that. So this gives you a quick insight. We are really doing great, but this is the cause for the concern. Okay, and in January, March up to April, right? Is the Central Asia and Central Asian, East, right? These two regions and not we are not, but again this one, right, is basically the heat map will give you the density. Okay, here we are very particular of the density where we can see the more density. Look here, this is the cause for the concern. Okay, across the months we can see that it is red, right? The density is red. That means better we can stop the business here. Okay, and because it is waste of time. And here you can see that it's really good green, and we have the mix of most of the things are mix of blue, the green and amber. The part two relationship you see, right? The green is more and yellow is also more, the red is less. But here we it helps us to quickly identify, hey man, so the whole month, right, across the months, it's very bad, better we'll discontinue the business here. If you don't make a profit, 1 year in a specific business, what you will do? You will shut down, right? Better you start some other business or go to job. That's all. So this is what a heat map. The heat map gives you an idea about the density, right? So where the density is more, that means which color is more popular. So in this case, the green is more popular, and red is popular in this areas, right? So better we can stop the business in this case. So what is the difference between a heat map and a tree map? Display the hierarchical data and understand the part role relationship. We can go for the tree map, and the tree map is really helpful to in the case of a categorical column that has more number of categories in it, can go for tree map to overcome the limitations of pie chart or Doughnut chart. You can go for the tree map. The heat map shows the density, right? It gives you a quick idea about, right? So which color is dominating? Okay, which color, which color is dominating where, right? So for that you need to choose the colors accordingly. Okay. So hope you understood what is heat map, and also you can try with the table heat map is also there. Okay, go click on the three dots here and get more visuals. And here you can select, type the search the heat map, and then you just select that one. So that's how table heat map is also available. Okay, you can use table heat map. This one you can just try to look here. You have the category, all the fields are there. Just play around with it. Okay. But you need to understand the difference between the tree map and heat map. That's what we discussed. The next one is, okay.